things can be going amazing with a man, or so it seems, and then all of a sudden he pulls away, leaving you confused and wondering what went wrong. When a man pulls away, it can seem like it came out of the blue, but if you're paying attention, there have usually been subtle warning signs that he was pulling away emotionally for a while. In this video, I'm going to share 3 warning signs that a man is pulling away emotionally, so you can be aware and stop them in their tracks if it happens. And stay tuned until the end to get access to 3 free feminine communication scripts that can get a relationship back on track. I'm Nicole Moore, love coach and founder of Love Works, and I have helped thousands of women across the globe create true love with amazing men. Here's warning sign number 1 that he's pulling away emotionally. You notice that he seems to be putting you first less and less, and that he's not caring as much about his actions or his words and how they make you feel. When a man is super emotionally connected to you, you become first on his priority list, and he truly filters the majority of his decisions through what will make you happy. When a man has pulled away emotionally, though, it's like all of his focus shifts, and you can feel it. He stops prioritizing your feelings and making you happy, and he goes into his own world, and he seems to consider you less and less as he's making his decisions. Now, when you first start to notice that a man is shifting his care or concern for you, that is your warning sign to stop and pay attention to what's really going on. Because if left unchecked, the tendency will be for the man to stay in this position and for things to actually get worse. Remember though, you never cause a man to pull away in the sense that it's all your fault and you just have to be the perfect woman to make him stay. You know, that's honestly some fear-based BS that maybe other love coaches say, but the truth is that both people have to work on their side of the street for a relationship to work. But what you can do when you notice a man has turned a bit cold or he's a little bit more uncaring is look at your side of the street and ask yourself, is it possible that anything I said or did made him feel hurt, offended, or like he wasn't good enough as a man? Because most men shut down when they get hurt and they turn into self-defense mode to protect themselves. Now, when a man is in self-defense mode and seeing you as someone that might hurt him, it's like all of his care and concern that he has for you, it gets pushed back into his heart, and his focus is on protecting himself. Now, it's important to note that sometimes when a man is super stressed about life or work, his focus can pull away from you a bit and go inward a bit, and he can seem like he's just not caring about your happiness as much. But that shouldn't be something that's happening all of the time or continuing. If that's what's going on, it's usually a deeper issue. Here's sign number 2 that he's pulled away emotionally. He starts telling you less and less about his thoughts, his day-to-day experiences, and his feelings. And you just intuitively feel the distance, even if on the outside things seem fine. So first I want to say this: trust yourself. Trust your intuition. If you sense that he's pulled away, then he probably has. Now, if you have an anxious avoidant attachment style and you're prone to freaking out all the time about guys, maybe you want to check yourself first, but usually a woman's intuition is right on point. If you notice that he's not letting you know about the little ins and outs of his day as much, or he's just being more tight-lipped than usual and giving you shorter responses instead of talking more, then usually something is up. So think about it with friendship, for example. The natural progression of a friendship with somebody that you meet and vibe with is that you talk more, you get closer and closer over time, you reveal more of yourselves over time as the friendship deepens. It's the same thing with love. So if a man was revealing more and more of himself, and then all of a sudden it's like the faucet turned off, something has gone wrong. He has probably gotten triggered by something that happened, and he may not even be aware of it. He might just be feeling that something is off. So what you can do if you sense that this is happening is you can use feminine, loving communication to ask him why he's being more closed than usual. The way you ask is important though, and I have 30 word-for-word feminine communication scripts. They're part of my Feminine Communication Queen system, and I've included 3 free scripts from those 30 scripts below in the description. So make sure you go there for access to the script for when he has pulled away now. Here's sign number 3 that a man has pulled away emotionally. He stops talking about, thinking about, or planning for the future. And if you bring it up, then he doesn't really address it, or there's a weird energy. So if a man was talking about things in the future, planning dates in the future for the two of you ahead of time, and then he suddenly stopped or it's dropped off, and that's usually a sign that he's pulled away emotionally. Usually when a man is very emotionally connected to you, he sees you in his future and he's excited about it. However, if something happened to trigger him or he's gotten into fear mode, it's kind of like all of his attention goes right into the present moment, not in the future, and he'll stop thinking about you in the future as much, or he's gonna get weird when you bring it up. Again, I want to say this. You are not responsible for the triggers a man already has inside of him. That truly is his own work to heal. But you can do the work on your side to show up with love, not fear, to communicate with love, and to be emotionally responsible on your side of the street. So if he stops talking about the future or becomes weird about it, stop and assess. Is there something that happened between us that might make him worried about the success of the relationship in the future? Also, check the ratio of good to bad times the two of you have had recently. When a relationship starts to have more negative interactions than good, or the negative interactions are more frequent, usually both parties start to question if things can work long term. So if you notice that he's talking less about the future, now is the time to really look at what you can both do to increase the positive interactions between the two of you. Don't tell him what to do though. Lead by example. Do the work on your side of the street first. Notice if that naturally inspires more positive feelings in him, which makes him want to come closer to you. And remember, feminine, loving communication is your magic wand to ask for what you want from a man without force or control, to get him to open up and talk about issues in a non-attacking way that doesn't put him into defense mode. There's so much you can do with your communication and how you speak to get a man to open back up. If, of course, he is willing to move past his own fear too. So go to the description below to get access to 3 free feminine communication scripts now. Did you like this video? So please like it here, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video. Did you learn about a sign from a man pulling away that you didn't know about before? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.